You need some help?
No, I'm an independent woman and I can do it by myself.
And we do need men.
You look at studies that are done, and women's happiness has just tanked. Like, we are more unhappy than we've ever been. Something isn't right, and I think it's because we are trying to be men, and it doesn't work, and it's not happy, and nobody really wants to be men.
As a woman,
Right.
What really woke me up is that these women would not be okay if their husband said to them, I'm going to do what I want and you're going to deal with it. That's controlling. And so they're becoming the exact thing that they don't want.
Right.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I like this one.
Let her cook.
Right. Yeah.
They're becoming controlling.
Right.
In order to prevent the man from controlling them. And that's also wrong.
Right.
Because I'm sure people are going to watch this and they're going to be like, oh my God, she's a pick me, or like she's talking bad about women.
Why?
I don't want women to be this way.
Right.
I understand they're so afraid of being controlled by a bad man, because tons of the girls on that show talk about, I was in a bad marriage, and I believe that they were abused in some way. But what they don't realize is they have become the bad controlling relationship for their new husband.
You want a man to lead, but every time he tries, you correcting him like a child. That's not partnership. That's a power struggle.
Some women claim they want a man to lead, want a man who speaks truth, who have wisdom, until they realize that truth doesn't exclude them. They want a leader until leadership feels personal. They want a real man until a real man challenges them. They want growth until growth requires accountability. At first, leadership feels sexy to women. You know what I'm talking about? You take initiative, you make decisions with confidence, and you give structure and order to the relationship. They like that shit. You know what I'm talking about? But leadership also means you correct when needed, you hold the emotional standard, oh my God, and you don't tolerate disrespect or chaos. And that's where the friction starts. You know what I'm talking about?
What's going on YouTube? Is your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. Gonna be doing this video faceless because my friend is asleep in the hotel room and it's late, and I need to get this second video up for you guys for the next day because I gotta wake up early in the morning because I am finally going to Guatapé. Yes, Guatapé on the Big Rock over here outside of Medellin. I think it's probably about 45 minutes, give or take, from within the city, outside of the city, should I say. So we got to get up early, and I've really been looking forward to seeing this place because it's actually one of those bucket list locations, so to speak, that I wanted to knock off. So I'm really excited about that. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this video here because it's gonna it kind of got me thinking damn man, is the message really getting through? Because this is the type of shit that I've been trying to tell people on my channel, man. It's like when I saw that caption saying these women really don't want leaders, I'm like, oh man, have I not been saying that for the past 2-3 years? Anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and let homie rock. Let's get it.
Let him cook now. And that's because now your leadership includes her behavior. And if she's not ready to be led, she's going to see leadership as control. A lot of times she might think you're trying to parent her. You're trying to always tell her what to do. You know what I'm saying? That's how that comes when they're not ready for real leadership. See, what they really be wanting is leadership that they can admire from a distance. They don't want a man to help lead them out of their emotional immaturity, because that's too much right. Because that requires them to look that person in the mirror and self-reflect. And a lot of times it's too hard for a lot of women out here to do that. See, a real man is not going to validate her dysfunction. Let's talk about what a real man is, since a lot of women like to talk about what a real man is. Let me tell you what a real man is. A real man is not going to validate your dysfunction. A real man is not going to let you talk to him reckless. A real man is not going to shrink just to keep the peace. So the moment you call out her contradictions or set a boundary or hold your masculine frame when she's in her emotional spiral, she feels challenged. It's not fun anymore for her. You know what I'm talking about? She'll call you cold, controlling, arrogant, and it's not because you really are. It's because she used to letting men let her slide and get away with every fucking thing. Everybody say they want to grow. Everybody want a better version of themselves, but growth comes with a price. You know what I'm talking about? See, with growth, you got to face your ego. You got to admit when you wrong. You got to change the part of you that's rooted in fear, trauma, pride, and bad habits. You got to change that part of you. That's the part most people, not just women, but most people run away from that part of it. They want to grow, but they don't want to take the steps to grow. They think growth is just something you think in your head and not understanding it's the action. You got to take certain actions to grow. So everything I'm saying, this don't just apply to women. This apply to everybody. But because I am a man that dates women, and I know this is a problem that I see a lot in relationships as far as women, you know, I'm speaking directly to my women, but this applies to everyone, man. If you really want to grow, if you really trying to become the best version of yourself, that would never happen if you can't take accountability, if you can't say when you're wrong, if you can't look yourself in the mirror and admit that you got some flaws and can't be mad when somebody point that shit out if you say you love them. You know what I'm talking about? So ladies, just ask yourself this. Do I really want a leader, or I still just want to tiptoe around and have one foot in and one foot out? Ask yourself that.
And what he's describing is pretty much a culmination of everything that I had in the intro. And this is something that I've been trying to tell you guys, bro. That's why you see women say the two P's so much, even though there's more to it than what they claim. That's why you always hear protect and provide, because that's all they want you to do is be their bullet bag and pay for everything. They don't want everything else that comes with it. They don't want, because with leadership comes accountability, and that's on both sides. So I find it real funny when women sit over here and say they make better leaders, but I'm like, you do realize that comes with accountability, which most of y'all struggle with, right? Because I'm like, how often do you hear women admitting to men holding them accountable, and them actually like taking that accountability and be like, you know what, you're right. I mean, you rarely hear women say that about men. So I mean, come on now, let's get like let's cut the cap.
Stop the cap.
You don't hate men because the patriarchy. You hate men because you're gay and you secretly want to be one. You don't believe in true feminism. You believe in female superiority, and you want to be in charge so you can display the same toxic masculinity that you bitch about. You condone your friends catching STDs, getting pregnant, and cheating on their significant other just because you're a fucking girl's girl. And then turn around and sabotage anything good that they got going on just because they didn't do some stupid shit like wish you a happy fucking birthday. You would try to get your straight friend to break up with their boyfriend just because you have a crush on her and you want her all to yourself. Then you would get them drunk and try to fuck them, and because you're a woman, you honestly believe that that's not rape or sexual assault. And if and when they finally give your ass a chance, you abuse the fuck out of them. Craziest part about all of that is you end up pregnant from a one-night stand out of spite because your now ex-best friend announced that she was gonna get married.
Why did you get upset at Erica Mina's love tap?
I didn't get upset, to answer your question, okay?
You say Erica Mina's love tap? Tell me if she slapped him. Because she tried to handle him like he wasn't no man. Certain things you don't do to a man. Certain things you don't say to a man. And you sure don't get a man in front of public and try to emasculate him and demean him as a man. So that whole situation, she was trying to handle my nephew like he was a wiener.
Men do a lot to be better men, and they're not told to keep
to keep a woman.
Well,
but women are trying to prove that they don't need a man.
Well,
but it's like the opposite.
Because when we get money so that we can take on dependence. I can have a family. I can have kids. When women get money, it's for your independence. I don't need a man. I don't need this. I can buy my own house. I can buy. But if you do that, you take away his need. If you got the house, the car, and he has no purpose for that relationship. So he will not have the vigor it takes to make sure that the relationship is abundant, joyous, and in harmony. He doesn't have the joy.
He can provide emotional intelligence.
It don't work like that. You can't tell a man what's intrinsically important to him just because you want it to be important. When you take away, that's why so many successful women are single. That's why. And I'm not saying that their decision was right or wrong. I am saying that they're devoid of being able to pair bond with the kind of man they want. And if they're going to successfully pair bond or have a half a chance at it, they got to date down.
Provide me loyalty. I can finance myself.
A man don't operate like that. If a man is a man, we're natural teachers. So if we're not trying to teach you what we know, we really don't like you. That's the quickest way to see if a man. What does that got to do with
loyalty?
I just said men don't work like that.
Right.
I started off with that. That platitude means nothing to a man. You can repeat it, regurgitate it, and put it on your picture 3 times and your story, and the man still ain't gonna resonate with, I can buy my own car, give me loyalty. No. Intrinsically, we have to feel needed and necessary to the relationship. You came having everything. You don't listen. You have an attitude and you think your accolades, your success, and your bank account makes us an equal.
Yeah, but
and it does not.
I asked, what does that have to do with loyalty? I didn't say she's got an attitude, she's got this. No, what if she's in her feminine and she just wants loyalty?
The way a man sees loyalty ain't necessarily the way a woman sees loyalty, because we're hardwired differently. If he cannot build with her and further build her up, that relationship will end 1 year from now, 6 months from now, 3 years from now. If he cannot come in and build with you, build you up, further his provision and get you on his page, the relationship won't work unless you date down. You have to date down because those are where the betas are.
Beta! The best thing a woman can do for a man is to let him be a man.
This is the thing I hear from all women nowadays. We're all the masculine men. I'll tell you, the second you meet them, you run and hide.
Because they don't want to sacrifice a part within themselves, so that would require them to show up.
Men are not willing to give up their commitment for somebody that is still committed to other things. And women need to really understand that it's not easy to be with a real man. Most women say they want a high-value alpha male. They don't. They've been trained to want men that lie to their face. And that needs to be challenged.
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women do not lack communication skills. They are just inconsiderate of you. They don't care what you have to say, therefore communicating with them becomes very difficult. She can sit down and have a full-fledged conversation with her best friend and take advice and criticism and take it on the chin and never yell, scream, cuss, and/or argue with that person. Don't go back and forth. They just take it for what it is. And they've learned how to communicate their feelings and express their emotions, and they don't have to do a whole uproar in order to do so with their bestie. When they go to work, they deal with a manager that they may not like every day, but everything is cool. Calm, collected. She don't yell, scream, cuss. She don't go back and forth. She don't do anything aggressive towards that person because she doesn't want to lose her job, but she don't like how they lead. She don't like what they got going on. When she goes out into the world, she knows how to communicate with everybody around her except for you. And it's not that she doesn't know how to communicate. She just lacks consideration of you. Unpopular.
Now look at this post from Celebrity D podcast. Shout out to the Queen Accountability. It says, I refuse to date someone who isn't a yes man. Yes, you should do things for me because I'm a woman and you're a man. And there's 99% chance life is easier for you than it is for me. That doesn't mean I don't also do things for my partner to show that I care. I'm not selfish. My point still stands though. Here comes the insecure, angry little man in the comments. Then she says, translation, I want a man to cater to me because I'm a woman, but I'll throw crumbs his way so I don't look selfish. Also, I preemptively insult men who disagree so that I don't have to defend my hypocrisy. Thanks for confirming the double standard. That's tough. Oh my God. Anyway, bro, let me know what y'all thought about this. All right. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button because that's with the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel as well as the live show channel. Both links are in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.